All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Tonight we're going to be talking about the Las Vegas Raiders. So we are a couple of days removed from the 30-6 victory after firing Josh McDaniels. Antonio Pierce comes on in, steps in as the interim head coach. They take down at home 30-6 the New York Giants, and all I'm seeing is disrespect. It's all I'm seeing. Everybody is discrediting this Raiders win. Everybody is discrediting this Raiders culture that has been established in the matter of days from Antonio Pierce, simply from the firing of Josh McDaniels. Now we're hearing guys like Hunter Renfrow or Devontae Adams or, special sources saying everybody pretty much hated Josh McDaniels, and everybody's just kind of discrediting this victory and saying, oh, you played the Giants. You played the 2-7 Giants, and Daniel Jones ends up getting hurt. Tommy DeVito comes on in like, yeah, of course. What else are you going to do? Lose? The bottom line is this. The culture, the aura, the energy of the Las Vegas Raiders has completely changed, and it's changed for the better. And I guarantee you, man, every Raiders fan watching this video right now at least feels better. You got to give me this. They at least feel better right now at the time of this recording, Thursday, November 9th. Than they did 1 month ago. All right. This kind of reminds me of like around 2 years ago where the Raiders, end up firing John Gruden and they go 10-7 and they make the NFL playoffs and they almost take down actually the Cincinnati Bengals, who ended up making the Super Bowl. The point still stands. I don't care what the Raiders record ends as this season. What I want is momentum. Sports are a game of momentum. Football is a game of momentum. I don't care if the Raiders end up going 7-10 and end up screwing themselves from a top 10 draft pick or what have you. What I want is culture. I want energy. I want guys because by the way, the Raiders have studs, Devontae Adams, Josh Jacobs, Max Crosby. They have clear-cut talent. This team is solid, all right? And they just hung up 30. And we could sit here and we could debate, oh, they played the Giants, the 2-7 Giants. I guarantee you, man, if they had lost this game 30-6 against the 2-7 Giants, who would have been 3-6 with a victory, I guarantee you the conversation would be completely different. No Raiders fan right now is currently complaining with the current aura and energy with this football team as opposed to 2 weeks ago. All right? Everybody wants to be here. The Raiders are in. They're locked in. And I don't care. I mean, here's the thing, man. They're 4-5 with all the dysfunctionality that has gone in to the Raiders franchise in the last year, the last year and a half, the last couple of months, whatever. This is something I'm certainly going to take. So before we get any further into tonight's video, man, if you enjoy it, be sure to hit that like button, hit that sub button for daily NFL content. Raiders fans, if we could try and get this video to 250 likes, that would mean the absolute world to me. It's just been pissing me off, man. It really has. They're up 24-0 at halftime. They broke their season scoring record thus far, 8 games in, at halftime. After firing Josh McDaniels, no Jimmy G, no Brian Hoyer, you're going with the rookie who is selected at the very tail end of the draft, who's 25 years old, and Aiden O'Connell. What's with the pessimism? No Raiders fan that I have seen has had pessimism as far as, you know what, maybe we don't have our quarterback. Maybe the Josh McDaniels era clearly actually was completely failed. But you know what? I have to give props. I have to give respect to Mr. Mark Davis for actually making that move and firing Josh McDaniels, because these guys are locked in here. Now, the Raiders could legitimately lose out, and I will not care, because the culture, the atmosphere of the locker room, it goes an extremely long way, man. You want players who are going to fight. I want intensity. I want passion. And that's exactly what Antonio Pierce commands. That's what he expects. That's what he gives. And it just pays off. These are the little things that go into building a franchise. And when I look at the Raiders specifically, the last couple of head coaches they have, I can go back and look at it and be like, yeah, it failed. But you know what? A brighter turning is coming. That was worded poorly, but you get the point. You get the overall gist here. I don't care that you just beat the 2-7 New York Giants. 2-6 at the time. It doesn't matter. It literally does not matter. And by the way, all the dysfunctionality within this Raiders organization in the last year and a half, the fact that the Raiders are actually, and if you are a Raiders fan, you know exactly what I'm saying right now, they're 4-5. It's actually kind of impressive. It's not actually kind of impressive. It just genuinely is impressive. I know some of the losses, like to the Chicago Bears, really sucked. The Steelers close loss, the Chargers close loss, the Bills blowout. I know some of these losses really hurt and they really sting. It's just different. The atmosphere, everything you want to count analytically, statistically, eye test, whatever you want to use. I get it, man. The Raiders, the last year and a half's been a mess. Sunday night, they're at home against the New York Jets. You've got the Dolphins. You've got the Chiefs after it. I'm not going to sit here and say the Raiders are going to make the playoffs. But what I am going to say is when you have people who believe in you, i.e. Antonio Pierce, it goes a really long way. I would much rather have the Raiders finish the season 7-10 than 2-15, 3-14, 5-13, whatever it is. These guys are bought in. And the reason they're bought in is obviously Antonio Pierce and also the firing of Josh McDaniels. And I have to say, I'm excited. I get it, man. Tyree Wilson didn't work out. Dave Ziegler didn't work out. Josh McDaniels didn't work out. Derek Carr didn't work out. It's all in the past. The future is bright with Las Vegas. No matter what their record ends, no matter what draft pick, no matter what happens, the vibe and the aura and the energy of this team that I've covered for the last 2 seasons, it's flipped, and it's flipped positively. And that's something I'm going to get behind. I have Josh McDaniels. Jesus. I have Josh Jacobs. I have Trey Tucker, the rookie. I have Jacoby Myers. I have Hunter Renfrow. I have Devontae Adams. I have Max Crosby. I have Michael. I have all of these enticing, young, solid veteran depth, veteran talent. I've got talent on this roster, man. And I'm not going to give up on this Raiders team because I like what I'm seeing. And people can nitpick the loss all season, all of last season. People can nitpick it all they want. But I guarantee you, man, if you're a Raiders fan right now, and I told you, look, the Raiders are on the right track, you would say, you know what? That works. That works. Just simply works. A 30-6 victory over the New York Giants. Yeah, we're not going to look crazy into it, but it's something I'm certainly going to take. Big time matchup this upcoming Sunday night against the New York Jets. Don't worry about record. Don't worry about draft picks. Focus on what's happening right now. The Raiders are back on track, baby. And that's the whole point of this. All right. Shout out Mark Davis. Something I never thought I would say in the last couple of years. Thank you for watching. Hit that like button. Hit that sub button. We'll catch you tomorrow.